Hello guys, so if you've ever wondered why Tailwind CSS and ShadCN UI combination are gaining that much popularity in the front-end development space, then I bet by the end of this video you will understand exactly why many people prefer this combination of Tailwind CSS and ShadCN UI. And the reason is not because of the utility-first approach of Tailwind CSS, but the community that comes along with it, the community of resources that is within the ecosystem of Tailwind CSS and ShadCN UI. So in this video, we're going to be building a very simple landing page, a very modern and simple landing page with very minimal effort, just because we'll be using this Tailwind CSS as well as ShadCN UI to prove that. So let's get started. So for the tech stack, we'll be using NextJs, which is just a React framework. So it's a framework built around the React.js library. So if you've ever written React, this will sound more familiar. But if you've never written React, don't worry, because this is not a React.js tutorial. Neither is it a Next.js tutorial, but I'm going to touch on some few things that you need to know for you to follow along this tutorial, right? So then for the styling, we're going to use ShadCN UI, which I mentioned that it's more of build around Tailwind CSS to provide you with ready-made components that are very, very flexible. And it came with an approach that is quite different from the traditional UI libraries, where you have to install a package, then use the components that come with that package. And most of them are not that flexible. You cannot customize them to some limits. But with the ShadCN UI, it's not a library in any way. You don't install anything. All you do is just copy paste components from this. So they have a CLI tool that allows you to copy paste these things very quickly. That to other people seems like they're installing something, but ideally you don't install anything. You just install the packages that are needed for you to run those components, right? Yeah. This is a video from the future, so by the end of this video, this is what we'll manage to build. So if you look at it, we have a cool looking modern landing page. You can see the animations there, and also you look at the header that we have here. It's quite impressive. Also, this is quite responsive. So if you do this right now, you can see that we have this responsive responsive navbar. Then also we have support for both light and dark mode. So if you do dark mode right now, there it is. If you do light mode, there it is. And also we have the login page, which follows the same theme. We also have the sign up page, which also follows the same theme. And as a bonus, you also have a dashboard page, where we have two sample pages, the setting page and also the product page. So the navigation for this dashboard is already set, and it's also quite responsive. So if you do that right now, you can see that you can actually open up the sidebar and also collapse it automatically. So I think that's a very cool one, and we did it with very minimal effort, just because of ShadCN UI as well as the libraries, or rather the ecosystem of libraries that comes with it here. So let's get started. So first, we'll need to set up a new Next.js application, then install ShadCN UI on it. So let's get started, right? So I'll open up my command line. You can use whatever depending on your operating system that you're using. Then I'm going to go into my desktop folder, then go into my tutorials folder. Then within here is where I will actually create my application. So let me just expand this a little bit so that you can see it clearly. So I'll go to Next.js documentation and copy this command that is here to start a new Next.js app. So just hit that and click enter. So do you want to install that? Yes. So what is the app name? So let's say that, let's just call it SaaS landing, or let's just call SaaS starter, starter skeleton. That is okay. Use TypeScript, yes. Do you want to use lint? No, linter for now. Tailwind CSS, src directory, app router, turbo pack, customize the default alias, no. Then that will install all the packages required for Next.js. So that is React and React DOM. So if you've written React, you're already familiar with these two dependencies. The Next.js is the one that comes with the Next.js stuff, that is the file-based routing, the server-side rendering, and all those rendering mods that come with the Next.js. So let's wait for it to finish, then we open up our project with VS Code. So the installation is complete. So let's open up our project with VS Code. So let's just go into, what did we call it actually? SaaS starter skeleton. Yeah, so let's open this up with VS Code. Okay. So let's just close this side panel. So our project is up and running. I mentioned that this is not an NextJs tutorial, but again, I'm going to go through these folders really quickly. So the node modules folder here is where all your package files live. So you don't have to open this at whatever time. Then with the public folder here is where you're going to store your assets. So let's say images and videos, whatever assets that you'll be using within your application. And the SRC folder is where now the whole project will be living. I'm going to go into this really quickly. So the gitignore is the normal gitignore file. The nextconfig is where you config your Next.js things, including images and stuff. Package.json and package.loc, I think these two you're familiar with. This other one is for Tailwind CSS configuration, the readme file and the tsconfig file, yeah. So if you go into the app directory, here within the SRC, now Next.js follows a router-based or file-based routing. So that means that any file or any folder that is within the app folder is actually a page on its own. For example, the app itself, the page.tsx here, this is our main page of our application. So if we start this app right now by running npm run dev, and then we preview this app on the browser, so let it start. So if you come and preview this app on the browser here by running localhost 3000, because that's the exact port that it started with, and then if you come back to the browser, you can see this is the default page. Now if you come here on the page.tsx and we remove everything that is here, and then replace this with just a basic h1 and say hello world, and save this. If you come back to the browser, you can see that this was actually our page. So every page that you create should be within the app directory, and it's a folder, and it should have the page.tsx file, right? So right now, if we try to create a newer page like hello, for example, a folder like that, then within here, we're going to say page.tsx. Then just let's say export default function, let's just call it page. Okay, so this is just a basic React component. So it's just a function that returns JSX, simple as that. So let's say returning h1, and let's say hello world. We're going to fix that really quickly. So actually just say return, I said returns, so it confused me. So this return that, so default, export default function, that page, yeah, so that's okay. So now if you come back to the browser and we now go to /hello within here, we can see that we actually have that hello world page. So it's as simple as that, just creating a folder within the app directory and having a page.tsx within it, right? Yeah. So now what we do next is let's install ShadCN UI. So just initializing it. So let me just kill this running project. Then let me just go back to the ShadCN documentation, come here to get started, Next.js. Then we're going to run this command, npx ShadCN at latest init. So let's just go here and run that. So this is also going to ask us some few questions. So let's just go with neutral, or let's do Slate for now. So it's going to install the dependencies that come with Next.js, because with ShadCN, because ShadCN is basically just a headless kind of a component library. So it is dependent on other libraries like the Radix and all those things. So it has installed that. You have the components.json file here that actually gives the rule for the registry. You're going to see that in a few. So now the next thing we need to do is actually start building up our landing page. Nothing complicated. So we have this page here. So let me just remove this image. Now, to build up our landing page, we're going to be using Tailwind, which is a very amazing components library, or rather ShadCN-like component library that gives us sections of the landing page out of the box. So let's just go to it really quickly and see. So if you come here, we're having blocks. You can see that this very beautiful looking, and it's actually a very modern landing page hero section that you can get it really quickly. So let's see how we can do that. Let's go to blocks really quickly. Then the hero section, I think this is cool, but there are a number of them. You can see there is this other one here that you can place an image on the side. There is also this other one here, looks very, very amazing. So for now, there's also this other one here, looks very, very cool. So for now, let's use this first one. This looks better to me. So all you have to do is just copy this. Then let's come back here to VS Code and just run that command. But instead of pnpm, for our case, we are using npx. So let's just replace this with npx. But if you're using pnpm as your package manager, feel free to use it. So let's run that. I want you to notice something on the app directory, or rather the SRC. It will create a folder within it, the components folder, and register all those components that we need. So if you come here right now, you can see that when you go to the package.json, just to note, there is no any library called ShadCN UI that has been installed here. Neither is there any library called Tailak that has been installed here. So meaning that these are just the CLI that is helping us here. It's just helping us copy and paste code from these libraries or these projects to our actual project. So you can see that it's actually copying the actual code. So you have control over anything that you want to do within this. That's the reason why it's superior than the traditional libraries where we have Material UI, Bootstrap, and all those remaining ones where you actually install a ready-made component. For this case, it's just that it's actually not installing a package. It's just putting the code within your components folder. That's all. So, for example, if you have this very good-looking header, we can just pick this header now that has been installed and come and put it here in our page. So instead of returning h1, let me just return a React fragment here. Then I start arranging these components. So for example, I want you to see this and see how powerful ShadCN and its helper libraries come with. So if I do that and save this right now, let me just start npm run dev again. Okay, npm run dev. That's cool. I think I should lower down this because it's blocking my view. Okay, so if you go back to the browser right now and we go back to our project, go back to the home and reload this, I want you to notice something. You can see that we have this beautiful and modern looking header section within our project very quickly, and it's quite responsive. If right now we do this, and you can see that it's very, very responsive, very, very responsive. And you're going to set up a new theme for our application, set up dark mode and light mode so that you can see how powerful ShadCN and the other libraries are actually very, very helpful building very quickly as a SaaS builder. Okay, so the next thing is now this hero section, because it's already installed here. All you need to do is just bring it down here. So let's just go to where it was. I think it's this one. Now, because it's already having the header itself here, let's just delete this header that it came with. And now let's copy this and then bring it here and just place it down below the header. And then now let's import this. Save that. Let's go back to our browser. Now you can see that we are having an error that invalid prop. Okay, so we have to actually add this into our next config. So let me just show you something. If you come to the documentation here, so get started, and then you search for image in the NextJs documentation, you'll see that there's a section here that tells you how you configure remote URLs. So let me just look for it here. The SRC property can be a local or remote image. So if you click on remote image, you can see that within here you're being told that to safely allow images from remote servers, you need to define a list of supported URLs within the nextconfig.js file. So let's do that. So we're going to copy this part, then go to our next config. Here it is, then just paste it within here. Okay, so I think we can just paste it within here. Then now we don't need these three parts here. And then now let's replace the host name with whatever error that you are getting here. So this host name, there's an image that is using this URL. That's why we need to configure it here to use the image. But if you don't want to do that, you can just use the HTML image component or image tag for that case, but you'll miss out on the customization of images and the optimization that NextJS actually comes with. So let's save that really quickly. Go back to the browser and try to reload this and see whether the error is gone. Yeah, the error is gone, and now just look at that. Just look at that and the minimal effort that we have actually done here, and we have a modern looking landing page. Just look at it, the animations that it comes with, right? Let me just reload this so that you can see it clearly. You see, and then it's quite responsive, very, very responsive. So you can see it here. And now we are missing an image here. So I think we're going to find an image somewhere so that we can just place it here. I think I have an image for an app somewhere. So let me just find downloads, for example. Yeah, I think we're going to use this app shot. So let me just drag and drop it within the public folder. And then let's just go public. Let's create a folder called images here. And then within here now, I'm going to drag and drop this app shot. Then we're going to replace it. Yeah, this is great. So I'm going to find it here in the hero section, I believe. Let's see this image. Where is it? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Here it is. Here it is. So you're going to replace this with appshot. Hope that's the right name. Let me just confirm. Appshot.png, appshot.png. Yeah. And let's replace this also. Save that. Now let's go back to our browser. And now let's try and reload this and see. Okay, it's still not loading. Let me just confirm whether we have the right. So it's /images /appshot. Let me do the same to this, /images /appshot. Let me save that, come back here. Now, yeah, so you can see that the screenshot has been fitted really well, right? You can put any screenshot of any of your application that you're building. So you can see it's really, really cool. You're going to add some dark mode and light mode here, but before that, let's just add the login and the sign up pages for that. So for creating the pages, it's as simple as I had shown you earlier. Actually, right now, we don't need this hello page. Let me just delete this. Just delete this. Then now let's create a new folder called sign up, and then another one here called sign in. And I'm going to show you a very little trick of Next.js to group your components or your pages, because right now it's like this page is just within here. We want to put them within the auth, right? We want to put them within auth. I'm going to show you. We want to do something like auth here, auth folder, then the images or the pages go inside here. But we don't want the auth folder to be part of our URL. So let me show you. For example, right now, if I put this sign in within here, let me just move it here. And I also move this other one here. Now, for us to access this sign in page, let me just create a page.tsx. And then I don't know whether this will help. So let me just create this and say this is the sign up page, sign in page. Let me save that. Then let's go to the browser. And now if we go to /sign in and load that, you can see this page is not found unless we do /auth/sign in. Unless we do that, which for our case, it's not viable to do this. You just want this to group our pages. So for us to group our pages, you need to create a folder and you wrap it within brackets. For example, I'm going to create a new folder here and call it auth like this, right? You can see that it's the same within the app directly, but now I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to also move the other one. Where's the other one? This other one here. No, I want to move it within the auth. Move it there. Then I don't need this other one, this auth. Let me just delete this. Okay, so now you can see that if I come to /auth/sign in and hit that, that is not found. But now if I remove this /auth and go to /sign in directly, I'm getting the sign in page, yet we have a folder that is up here. So this is very helpful even for setting up a shell or kind of a layout structure, this will be very much helpful, and we're going to see that in a few. But for now, let's just create another page for the sign up, page.tsx, and then let's just set this up, RFCE, RFCE. From here, hit that, and then let's say this is the sign up, sign up page. Save that. So now we have our two pages, sign in and sign up. Awesome. So let's link them up with those other two pages, two links that were on the home page. It's actually not on the home page, but the hero section. So let me just go to definition here, and then find, I'm going to find login. Here it is. So this is going to go to /sign in, and then logout should be somewhere here, sign up should be somewhere, and then sign up. Save that. Let's go back to our browser and confirm that. So from the main page, we are going to go to login. Nice. Then you're going to also try to go into sign up. Nice. Now you see the problem that we're having is that those two, the header section is not here, so you cannot go back easily. So we need to bring that here. So let's create kind of a shell, a layout page here. So to create that, let's just create a file called layout.tsx within here. Then let's copy whatever we were having in this main layout. Where is it? Here it is. Let me just copy everything here, then paste it here, then remove what we actually do not need. Let me just close this. Okay, then shrink this a little bit, and also remove this so that you can see exactly what I'm trying to do. So I don't need all these things here. I also don't need all these things here. For this, I think we're going to leave it as it is. Then for this, let's just say layout. Just a really layout like that. Then within here, I don't think if we actually need the body and all these other shenanigans. Actually, we don't need all those. Actually, you don't need all those things. What you need to do is, let me just undo this. What you need to do is, we just need to wrap this into these ones. Then let's bring in the children. Just push this up here and see how that will actually behave. So now let's save this and see. Let's just remove these things here. We don't need them. And this one has already also been imported. The other side we also don't need that. Let's just save that and see what we have in our browser. Let's go to the login page. Okay, it's not reflecting there. So let's see what's happening. Format this really quickly. So layout, the naming layout.tsx within the let me just open up this. It's here within the auth folder. So we expect that the children will be whatever is inside this and this, right? So I think it's okay. Only that we need now to bring our header. We need to bring our header here. It was called hero header. Yeah. So if you bring this now, this will be available in all pages that are within this folder that has the layout.tsx. Again, this is all about NextJs. So if you want to learn about NextJs, you can enroll into my NextJs full stack course in my website. I'm going to link it down on the description, but for now, we're just building up this layout section. So if you come now to the login, let's just go here. You can see that we actually have this. And if you go also to the sign up, we actually also have this. So let's fill in these two pages really quickly. And you're going to be using Taillock again. So I'll go to Taillock and go to login, find a page within here. I think this looks good. This also, actually this second one looks better. Let me just copy this and then come here and let's install this. So what we're going to do is, we don't need to stop this. Let me just open another instance of this, then install it from here. Again, we'll be using, instead of npm DLX, we're going to be using npx. So let's run this and see what components it's going to give us. So I want you to notice within the components folder, don't ignore these linter errors actually, just work with it, and provided it's not blocking any compilation, then it's not a problem for you to worry about. That's why I've not mentioned about why this file is even red and why I'm not even looking at it. Don't worry about it. So if you come here now, we have the login page. Simple as that. So let me just copy this, come to the sign in, and then just put it here. Just put it there. Actually, it's a component, so let's just do that, and then let's just do that. Then let's import it. Okay, save that. Come back to the browser. Let's confirm. Go here. Go to our login page. Oh, just out of the box. We have a very good looking, and we're going to change the whole of this theme so that you see that you can customize the theme as much as you want, because right now you might be complaining that won't all the things look the same. No, they will never look the same, because you can customize the theme as much as you want, and you're going to do that, as well as add the light and the dark mode. Okay, so let's do the same for the sign up page, so that we can proceed really quickly. Go to the sign up here. I'll find an identical, so the same like this one. Just copy that, come here, and let me just run this. Let me just run this again. I'm going to replace this. I don't know why they didn't give us an option for picking up NPX, but again, it's a hardship that you can live with. I don't know whether it's somewhere. There's no option for picking up the packet. Oh, nice. I was struggling, yet there's a change package manager here. So now we can work quickly. But we're done with this tail lock. I don't know why it came too late. But again, let's just proceed. So now it has added for us the sign up. So let's also copy this. So this is called login, and also this one is login. So let me just change this to register. Register, right? Save that. Then let's copy this, and then come to the sign up page here, and then let's just put that here as a component, and then let's import it, and let's confirm whether we are having the two pages as we intended to have them. So if you come here, this is the home page looking really nice, the login page looking really nice, the sign up page looking really nice, and everything is very much responsive. So you can see here, and you can customize anything, because you have the code. Actually, the code is just there with you, so you can customize it as much as you'd want. Okay, so now let's set up the theme. Let's change the whole theme in one go. Again, understand the power of ShadCN and all the libraries that it's coming with. So let's just go to another one called TwixCN. So let's open up TwixCN, then come here. So start customizing. Then you're gonna pick a theme. For example, this looks actually good. You can pick it's called perpetuity, whatever. But let's just pick another one. For example, Northern Lights. This also looks good. Ocean Blue. This one, whatever. This one also perpetuity. But this one looks good. Let's use this theme. So I'll come here to code. Oh no. I'll come here to code. Then again, I'll copy this ShadCN registry command, paste that, enter. Just see the magic. So it's going to say that you already have an existing. Okay, I think it's already done. So let's go back to our browser, to our project. Now, just look at that. Let's get to home. Just look at that. Just look at that. Actually, we need a theme that matches this yellowish thing. But let's just see. Login here, nice. Sign up here, really nice. Responsiveness here, really nice. So if you come here, even this has picked up our theme really fast and really quick. This looks cool, but I need something that actually matches this this yellowish dashboard page. So let me just come here and find a theme that matches that. This one, no. This one, I'm focusing on the background. Focusing more on the background. This one, no. This one, Mocha House. Dark Solar. I think this is. I think this is okay. Vintage paper. Yeah, I think even this one is better. I don't know, but the other one was okay. But let me just use this because of the image that I'm having, so that it can match that. But either way, it's still okay. Enter that, and then now I think if you go back to our browser, you can see that the theme has automatically changed. How long did that take us? How long did that take us? Let's go to the sign up. Then if you check on the responsiveness and you confirm with the oh my god. Okay, so let's just proceed with building. What else? Learning the theme dark and light mode. So for us to do that, it's quite simple. Let's just go to ShadCN and talk about, I think it's on themes, documentation. No, it's not themes. Let's just find I think it's dark mode. Dark mode, here it is. Yeah, let's set up dark mode. So you can see that we are going to install next themes. Let's come here, install next themes. So I hope I copied that. Let's just confirm, copy that, come here and paste that. Next themes, it's already installed. What's the next step? Let's just follow this and theme provider. Let's create this component really quickly. So in the UI, just within here, let's just create a theme provider .tsx. Then let's paste that here, save that. Okay, what's the next step? It's all about reading the documentation. So we need to wrap our root layout to this theme provider. So just like this, copy that. Now we go to our root layout. Here it is. Then within these children here, we are told that we're supposed to wrap it like this. Oh shit, I copied the wrong thing. So let me just copy it again. Theme provider, copy that. And then it's here, paste that. Oh, why is it behaving this way? Am I really copying this? Copy this, copy. Come here, paste. Yeah, why was it doing that? The children now we can, because we have them, let's now import the theme provider. Theme provider, let's see where it's coming from. From the theme provider. So we are right. So let's save that. What's the next step? The next step is adding this theme toggle, the light and dark mode. So you can see dark system, light, dark. So let's just preview the code and then let's copy this. And then let's come here and create a new component within the components folder and say, let's just call it theme toggle.tsx. Then let's paste the whole of this here. So let's see what we are missing. We are missing the drop down, this one here from ShadCN component. So let's just find it and install it really quickly. So come to ShadCN, here it is, and then let's find a drop down menu. Okay, so installation, nps ShadCN, here it is. Copy this, come here, and then let's just paste that. I'm doing nothing special here, just following the documentation. So install that so that we can have this component. So that will be running the installation really quickly. Let's wait for it. Updating the files, it's done. Save that. Now our error is gone. So now we have the theme toggle. So let's just find somewhere and use it. It's called mod toggle. So within the header, I'm going to put it within the header just before the sign up and the login, just within here. Just within here, I'm going to place this here. So let's see how that will work. Save that. Let's save that and see. Come back here, go to our project. Oh, it's here. So now let's go to light mode. Let's go to dark mode. Let's go to light mode. Let's go to dark mode. Come back here. Now look at that, man. Just look at that. How long did that take us? How long did that take us? So let's just come here. Light mode, dark mode. Light mode, dark mode. Really quickly, right? So let's work on the admin dashboard again. Let's work on the admin dashboard really quickly. So we're going to have a dashboard page, then see what we can do with that. So for the dashboard, I think you've already mastered the whole process of doing everything. So what you'll do is come here, then go to blocks. Then after blocks, go to browse blocks. Actually, you can just go into, just search for sidebar. let's go to sidebar. Actually, this is efficiently. So we can see that we have a number of sidebar components. Where are they? Where are these components? Components. So we can have that, but I would want to just get a better one. So let me just go back to home and then view components, and then let's find sidebar. Let's find sidebar from here. Then composable, browse the blocks library. Yeah, we can get it from here. So you can see that we can have this actually good looking one. We can also have this. Actually, this is looking good. We can start with this one. You can also have this. You can have all these blocks. So let's actually start with this one. Let's use this one actually. Then you're going to modify this sidebar and get everything running. So copy that, and then I'm going to run this really quickly. Then as that is running, let's create our dashboard page. So I'm going to create a route group. So let's just say account, for example. Then within here, I'm going to create a dashboard page. Then within here, I'm going to say page.tsx. Then within here, we actually need a layout, because all our pages within the account pages will follow the same structure. Okay, so I think we have that. So let's see. It has done everything for us. So let's just go here to components, and then we have the up sidebar, really looking good. What else do we have? It also should have created a page somewhere. It's not here. But again, we have the up sidebar. I think this is really cool. Let's just see what this is actually all about. This is just the sidebar, nothing else. Has it created for us any sample page? Yeah, it has created a dashboard page here. So let's just visit this dashboard page first. It has created a dashboard page. So let's just go here, then go into, you have two parallel pages. So let me just rename this to dash, for example, just dash. Save that. Then now let's go here. I think we have no error, so let's just go into that slash dash. Hit that. So just look at that. And if you go here, this thing is very, very responsive. Look at that. Out of the box. You can just now start working on your application logic. No need to set up a whole skeleton from scratch. You have the theming. Actually, I'll change this theming. It doesn't look that good to me. Let me just go back to that other one, the bluish one. That looks really, really nice. Let me just find it here. It was called, where is it? I'm going to find it when I find the name. Perpetuity, whatever the name. Copy this. Let me just go and modify this really quickly. Yeah, that looks better. But again, it's just preference. You can use whatever that you wish. So let's just go back to our dashboard. Yeah, this looks amazing. Really nice. Don't make me a meme. Okay, yeah. So I think we've done everything. Now we need to now set up our dashboard here now, because we already have these pages. So let's see how it's going. So I think all we need is let's set up this layout. What I'll do is I'm going to open up this on the side here. Then on this other side, I'm going to open up this layout. So let me just come to here and then copy the entire of this. Oh, sorry. Copy the entire of this and paste it here. Save that. Then now I'm going to actually close this other side so that we can set up our layout really quickly. So we don't need this hero header, but we need the children. Now what we need is everything that is here. Yeah, we actually need everything that is here. Copy that, paste that, and then within this div here, we're going to render our children, which will be our pages now. Then now let's import everything that we need. Import that. Okay, nice. We need to also bring in this. Okay, that's nice. We also need to bring in this. Okay, oh, what's that? We need to bring in this. That's nice. We need to bring in this. That's nice. We need to bring in this. Oh, where did it come from? Just undo that. Separator should be coming from ShadCN, not Radix. Yeah, should be coming from ShadCN. Then breadcrumb also should be coming from ShadCN. Just confirm where you're importing them from, because other components are in other libraries like the Radix. So if it should be coming from your components folder, this is too much, but it's worth the hassle. You can imagine it's just importing these things, and if you have auto import, then it can work out of the box for you. It's only that I'm using a machine that I rarely use for my day-to-day activities. I just use it for tutorials stuff. So that's why you don't have a lot of things set up. So you can do all those things manually, but again, doesn't hurt. Okay, so I think that is okay. I think now if we come here and we go to /dashboard, dashboard, then we have it here. Let's see, export default page. The default is not a React component, so let's just come here. Let's just see what's happening in this dashboard page. Okay. Okay. Let's just do it really quickly. Export a React component, and then here we're going to say dashboard page. Okay, dashboard page, save that. Now let's come back here, and now we can see that we have our dashboard page working, and it's really cool. Now we can have quite a number of pages within that. So you can have, for example, let's say settings, and then within here we can just create a new file, page.tsx. Then let's just do RFCE within here, save that. I can say settings page, for example. Settings page, save that. Now if we come to the sidebar, actually right now we don't need this page that came with the component, so we don't need that page. But now if you come to the layout, let's find where our links are. Sidebar provider, I think it's the app side by itself. Go to definition, documentation, sidebar menu, item, data, navigation, go to definition. Here it is. Actually, here it is. So the main navigation, here it is. So we can decide to remove everything that we have, and remain with one. We want to clean up this. And then within here we can have something like settings that will be going to /settings. Save that. Let's go back to here. You can see that now if you go to the settings page, it's going. Let's also do the project structure. We call it, let's say, products, for example. Let's say products. And then let's go into /products. It's getting interesting. I can even go further and build a whole startup within this session, but I won't go ahead to do that. Let's just create this page. Then I think we can just wrap up on it. So let's just create a products folder. I hope the spellings is right. Then let's create a page.tsx. And then RFCE within here, and then we can say this is now the products page. Save that. Again, if you want to learn more on me or learn, and then save that. Again, if you want to learn more with me, then you can just visit my website down there, see the courses that I offer, and you can enroll to any that you find fit. Okay, again, also if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do so, and also smash that like button so that we can actually get noticed by many of you guys. Okay, so let's just go here now. We can have products page, nice. Settings page, nice. So what's actually remaining? What's actually remaining? You have the home page, we have the login page, we have the sign up page, we have the dark mode, we have the light mode, we have the dashboard page. So you can just link it from here so that we can easily get it. So let's find pricing on the header and then replace that. Let's find from where is it layout. Let's find it from here. Then let's find pricing. Actually, here it is. Let's do slash dashboard slash dashboard, and let's say dashboard from here. Save that. So let's preview that. You can see that if you go to slash dashboard, we have our dashboard page, and we can actually go back to the home page from here, right? Very nice, very interesting. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Please subscribe and follow for more. Thank you.